Alrighty, what is up, guys? So for the 60-day sprint, I think the best way to go about this is honestly just addressing your comments in the comment section for any questions that you guys have, right? So like last video, I did KPIs and testing more ads, and this video, Jack Hughes commented and said, "Could you do a video where you break down KPIs of like a month of running your ads? Like show us how much you spent, tested, cost per booked call, show up rates throughout the month, and how you went about tracking." Also, if you're on top of the KPIs, I think that would be a really helpful video for us. And so what I'm looking at right now is my marketing tracker and paid ads tracker, right? So this is exactly how I track every single one of my KPIs, like amount spent, CTR, CPC, CPM. And I'm not going to show you this specifically because this is like very intimate, but I'll give you guys like examples. And so let's get into it, right? So on the B2B tracking side, or the foundation for all of this is know your data, know your numbers. If you don't know, if you're not tracking, you don't care. If you're not tracking, you cannot understand where the problems are, especially on the front end, right? Because we have four pillars. We have leads, booking, shows, closes. And so leads, okay, let's make sure, cost per lead is within $75 or $150 per qualified B2B sales call. Bookings, right? How many of these prospects are actually booking the calls? Shows, what's my show up rate? Is it shit? Is it 30%? It needs to be at least 70, 80%. And closes, how many of those deals am I actually closing? So the B2B ads tracker is separate to the closing tracker. I have a completely separate Excel, and it's all done through Excel sheets. However, I'm going to be building out a Claude dashboard. A lot of my friends are already done this, and a lot of people use all other softwares, but pretty much you can use Claude to build out an entire software. But for right now, like I'm just still using Excel sheets. And so the way I go about tracking and understanding the KPIs, especially when running ads, is as follows. I think of it as a hierarchy, right? Like kind of like a pyramid. And at the top, it's really just CAC, like CAC, cost per qualified appointment, cost per qualified lead. Like that's really what I care about. If everything is in KPI at the top, then I don't care about like everything that's underneath it, like CTR, CPM. Like I don't care about any of that, as long as the initial and the most important KPIs are in KPI, right? So if my CAC is like $1,500 for a 6K offer, and I'm collecting at least 50% up front, that's at least a 2-to-1 ROAS. I'm cool with that. Like I put $1 into a machine and I get $2 out. And now if I'm really good at sales and I collect the entire 6K, then it's like a 4 or 5-to-1, right? So we need to be thinking about it like that. And yeah, and so like what I will say is I didn't build out these Excel sheets myself. If you are an absolute tech whiz, then do that. Use Claude. But I got these sheets through my current mentorship, right? And so that's why I'm a huge advocate for putting yourself in these groups, because you don't know, like you don't have the tracking, you don't have the sheets in place, unless you have prior business experience. But typically most of you guys watching this, you guys don't. Like the agency in the online money making space is your first go at this. And so get into these groups and just watch all the SOPs, take all the information, all the sheets, and apply it into your own business, right? So let's go back to Jack, your question. So yeah, so let's see here, right? So like for example, in the previous, I'll walk you through some of my stats, right? So like in the previous 30 days, 10,000 was spent. Frequency was 0.76, meaning meaning which is good. Like typically we want it to be around like 1. Like if frequency is basically amount of times prospects or people are seeing your creatives. If it's 2, that's not good, because you're going to have market fatigue, and obviously people aren't going to click on it the third, fourth time around, maybe. Impressions close to 100,000. CPM $98. Clicks 1,300. CTR 1.35%, that's not good. Link clicks close to 700. CTR, yep. New leads over 100. Landing page CPL is $102. Cost per booked demo, it's $227. Lead to booking percentage 44%. Qualified leads 19. Canceled no shows 10. Let's see here. Cost per qualified lead $263. 5 sales. Cost per acquisition is okay. Yeah, so I like when you run through all of these numbers yourself, you then can basically ask yourself, okay, so what's the problem, right? So like if cost per qualified lead is $400, that's the problem. If CAC is more than, $16, $17, $18, $2,000, that's the problem, right? So like my CAC is the problem right now. And so I'm like, okay, so how can I fix this? I need to get better at sales. I need to do more follow-ups. I need to create a different sales strategy, right? So like you see, like this is how I think about everything on the front end. So I hope this video was of value, and feel free to leave questions in the comments and I'll address them in how I handle them next video. Also, feel free to drop me a voice note on Instagram. I try to get back to everyone there, but that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next.